and it's a St. Louis immersion school, the one with the foreign language. And both of my kids are in the Spanish school. And real briefly, to state the reason why, I'll give you a little history on myself really quick. When I grew up in North St. Louis, and I was like California, like Beaumont High School and all, like I forgot the school, it's at right up the street from Bryan Hill Elementary School. My dad at the time, because I'd already lost my mom, my dad had told us that he did not want us to attend an all-black school. And the reason for that was he felt that that's not your competition in the real world. So even though you will be with African Americans, I want you to see what your competition really is. So from the time I was in elementary school all the way through high school, I attended schools in South St. Louis. So for my own kids, I kind of took on that perception with my kids. I want my kids to be global. I want my kids to speak a foreign language. So for me, it wasn't so much about, okay, I grew up in St. Louis Public Schools. I attended St. Louis Public Schools. I graduated. I now work for St. Louis Public Schools. It's now what's going to provide the best education for my kids, what's going to allow my children to be competitive. And so for me, at St. Louis Immersion School was the best choice for my kids. Now, I am a little disappointed because I just found out this year that they were under this grant from the state of Missouri that they were supposed to go all the way to 12th grade. So you're talking about kids starting in preschool all the way up to 12th grade. I just found out this year that they're not doing it anymore, so their cutoff age is 8th grade now. So that means when my son goes to 8th grade, I now have to find a different program for my son. I'm not upset about that because my son has been in this school since 1st grade, and he's very good with Spanish. And my 10-year-old is very good in Spanish right now. So I do look at that as a blessing. But just to talk about charter schools, I do know that there are good schools and there are bad schools. For me to invest my children in St. Louis Immersion School, every time they have a meeting, I'm there. Every time they need supplies or anything, I'm there. So I'm investing in this school the same way we want, like you said, you're not a parent or a teacher or anything else, but we would want the community to invest in the programs of St. Louis Public Schools or University School or University City, any school district, they need support. So volunteering gets you in the door. You really get to see what we're going through, and at the same time, sometimes volunteers are able to reach the kids where we can't. I've seen kids who will reach out to a volunteer, they light up like a Christmas tree when someone comes out because you're that person from the outside. You really don't have any allegiance to the school, but they know you're connected, you're vested in them, so volunteering, it really helps. So again, on the charter issue, again, I am a proud mother of children that attend a charter school. Now I know sometime in the future, I'm gonna have to shift gears and switch my kids, but for now, I would say that is a really good school. And if the parents are best, I mean, they don't ever have a meeting where the parents don't show up. I mean, they had a beginning of school year meeting. They had to have the meeting at the Science Center. There were so many parents that showed up for this meeting, and I've never seen that. I mean, just even in being a teacher, I've never seen that many parents show up where they actually had a floor of the Science Center just for St. Louis Immersion School parents. So that's something I hope that as a teacher, that eventually we can see supporting schools, regardless of what school district your kid is in, that we can see that, just to see that excitement. Now, they have their issues just like any other school district. I mean, I really haven't seen any behavior problems on their behalf, but I don't work in St. Louis Immersion School, so I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But I know my sons haven't had any issues or problems. So you have good schools, you have bad schools, but it's not just a charter issue, that's a school issue, period. So I leave it at that.
And we are going to need to end there for the evening, but so we want to say a huge thank you to our 4 panelists.